Paralyzed. Paralyzed is like a state of shock. It is when you're frozen, almost can't talk. You just freeze up. I was paralyzed one time in Colorado after my ex had beat me up. I called my friend and I just wanted her to come over and talk. And I wanted to show her my bruises and stuff and just have her tell me everything's gonna be okay. And she walked out the door and she walked back in and she said, if you don't take care of this, then nobody's gonna, or then somebody else is gonna do it. And she said the cops are on their way, they're almost here. And one of our neighbors was a cop, and it happened Saturday night, so Monday morning, like at 6 a.m, they got there. And they started taking pictures of me and making sure I was okay, and they thought my feet were broken, they thought my arms were broken, my wrists anyway. They started taking pictures of the bruises, like with a pen against my arm to measure, and all the great whatever, and had to show my neighbor my butt cheek because there was a bruise that was like 5 inches across, and it was horrible. And I had a handprint on my leg that they were like, how did you get that? And I could barely talk. I could seriously barely talk. And they asked me, did he rape you? And I jumped back, and I remember I hit the sliding glass door, and I couldn't talk. I just stood there and stared. And they kept talking, and everything was a blur, and like their voices were fuzzy. And I just remember staring, and their voices were fuzzy, and things were moving around me, and I had no words. I didn't have any words. And then they wanted me to write a statement. I could hardly write. I'm sure if I saw that report, my handwriting was terrible. I couldn't even write at that point, but they had to make me write. They had to help me think of what happened. They had to help me remember and then write it down, and then, okay, Emily, what happened next? Write it down. Then what happened? Write it down. I was paralyzed. I was just paralyzed by the whole situation. The thing freaked me out, and this is for real. Like, this is for real. This is going down right now. And I was paralyzed. So that's my example of paralyzed.